Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to solve various questions with respect to quadratic equations. As you can see on my screen, I have listed 11 questions that we are going to do over here, right? And the questions that I have picked, they are majorly past year questions. That means they are highly important. And also, I have tried to cover up each and every variety, the type of questions that may appear in your board's exam. Okay, so now let's start doing them. The first question is x minus 4 into x plus 2 equals 0, right? Now, when we talked about quadratic equations, there were two ways to solve. The first one was factorization and the second was quadratic formula, right? In this question, we are already given the factors. It is the factors, first factor is x minus 4, the second factor is x plus 2. So now when we have the factors, what do we need to do? We just need to equate each of the factors with 0 and solve for the value of x. That means we hardly have to do anything over here. It is just a basic question to check how you do it. You don't need to expand and then again factorize. No, the factors are already given. You just need to equate each factor with 0 to solve for x. So what do we get? X minus 4 equals 0. That means x equals 4. And in the next one, x plus 2 equals 0 means x equals negative 2. And therefore, x equals 4 and negative 2. Right? So we have got two roots over here. The values of x, that is 4 and negative 2. So now we are starting with the next question. It is 3x square minus 14x minus 5 equals 0. Now in this question, we can either apply splitting or we can also apply quadratic formula. However, I am going to apply quadratic formula so as to teach how to apply it. Okay. Now, first I am writing A, B and C. What were A, B, C? They were the components of your standard form of a quadratic formula, which is ax square plus bx plus c, right? Now, first we need to write the quadratic formula, that is minus b plus minus under root of b square minus 4ac whole over 2a, right? Now we will start with the substitution. So we will have negative of negative 14. B is negative, so I am using individual brackets for that. And in the same manner, you should be doing it. So over here also, minus 14 square minus 4 times 3 and then minus 5 whole over 2 times 3. Okay, so we get 14 outside plus minus square of 14, negative 14 is 196. Now 4 times 3 is 12 and 12 times negative 5 is negative 60. But we already have a negative outside, so it becomes plus 60 divided by 6. What does it gives us? 14 plus minus under root of 256 divided by 6. Now, what is the square root of 256? That is 16. So over here we have got 14 plus minus 16 whole divided with 6. Now over here it is going to be two options. You have to find the values separately. The first one is 14 plus 16 divided by 6 and the other one is 14 minus 16 divided by 6. This comes out to be 30 divided by 6, that is 5. And over here you get minus 2 by 6 and hence that is minus 1 by 3. So in this question, we learned how to apply the quadratic formula and how to find two different roots for it. Okay. Now let's move on to the next one. So the question here is 1 over x minus 1 minus 1 over x plus 5 equals 6 over 7. Now what we have over here, we have got two rational terms on the left hand side, right? So what we need to do, we need to make the denominator same and we do that by taking up the LCM. So in order to do that, I'm going to multiply this one with x plus 5 and then this one with x minus 1. And along with that, x minus 1 and x plus 5 will get multiplied in the denominator as well. So let's start with it. We have, since we are multiplying with 1, it doesn't reflect. I am using brackets because we have got a subtraction in between. Okay. In the denominator, it is the product. So I'm writing x minus 1 times with x plus 5 equals 6 over 7. Over here, in such questions, you first need to simplify, reduce it into the standard form, and after that, you have to find your roots, either by factorization or by quadratic formula. However, currently we are just simplifying. So we get x plus 5 minus x plus 1 over x square. Now, I am not writing all the 4 terms, but I am writing directly after simplification, which I actually try to teach that you should be doing directly as well. So x times x gives us x square. Then you will have 5x and minus 1x. So 5x minus 1x will give you 4x. Okay. So it is going to be plus 4x and then minus 5, right? Equals 6 over 7. So in the numerator, xx got cancelled. We are just left with 6 over x square plus 4x minus 5 equals 6 over 7. Now, if you see over here, the numerators are absolutely same on both the sides. That means we can go ahead and cancel them like this, right? What are we left? Although I don't need to write the next step that I'm writing, but I'm doing it to make things clear for you. 1 over x square plus 4x minus 5 equals 1 over 7. So now we'll just cross multiply, and that gives us 7 equals x square plus 4x minus 5, right? I will take 7 to the other side, leaving 0 on one side. So x square plus 4x minus 5 minus 7 gives me minus 12, right? What can we do? We can easily split it. These are very small numbers. We can split them. So we have x square plus 6x minus 2x minus 12. And do not forget to write 0 on the other side, whether it is left or right, but it is mandatory to write at each step. Okay. So 0 equals, now I'm just factorizing x out, x plus 6 inside, then minus 2 out, and again x plus 6 inside. So the factors we get is x minus 2 into x plus 6. Now let's see. After I have reduced it in the standard form, it just took me 3 steps to do splitting, right? However, if in such easy questions, you will apply quadratic formula, that will take more time. So I mean to say over here is, whenever you have got any question for quadratic, you have to be judicious over there, whether you want to use factorization or quadratic formula. Because quadratic formula takes time and it is actually good formula if there are bigger values. If the numbers are pretty small, it is suggested that you should be using splitting over there. Okay. Now, we have got factors. So the next step is equating the factors with 0 to get the final roots. X minus 2 equals 0 and x plus 6 equals 0. And therefore, the two values we get is 2 and negative 6. So in this question, we simplified the expression by taking up LCM and everything, reduced it to the standard form, and then factorized it to get our roots. Okay. Now, let's start with the next question. Something was wrong over here. Okay. Now, the question is 3x square equals minus 11x minus 10. Okay. So what we have over here is, we have got two sides, but we do not have any standard form. This question is also pretty simple, but we just need to bring everything on the same side, that is in the standard form. So let's start doing it. We have now 3x squared plus 11x plus 10 equals 0. That is your standard form, right? Now, entirely up to you, whichever method you want to use. I will prefer using splitting over here. So we have 3 tens are 30, and that means we are getting 3x squared plus 5x plus 6x plus 10 equals 0, right? So what do we get? From the first group, I'm just getting an x out, leaving me with 3x plus 5, then 2 out, again 3x plus 5 inside. The final factors x plus 2 and 3x plus 5. Guys, every time splitting will take 3 steps only. Okay, so please try not to increase your steps unnecessarily. And why I'm saying so, it is going to waste your time. Time is very precious when you are doing the exam. You already are aware that how much students panic when the time is less. So try to save on with the easier questions and spend that more on the more challenging ones. So now equating the factors with 0. We get the final answer as x equals -2 and -5 over 3. This question was different just because we didn't have it in the initially in the standard form. So first we just brought it in the standard form and solved it simply. Okay. Now moving on with the next. This is the fifth question of this video. Now over here what we have is 16x minus 10 over x equals 27. It means we need to simplify it first. Okay. And when we are simplifying this, what do? We will multiply over here, make the take the LCM over here, or make the denominator same, right? So we get 16x squared minus 10 whole over x equals 27. This is what we get. Now I will be taking this x to the other side. So we have 16x squared minus 10 equals 27x. Now converting this into the standard form gives me 16x squared minus 27x minus 10 equals 0. This is what we are getting, right? Now we have done splitting in two portions. Again, I'll apply quadratic formula over here. So applying that, minus b plus minus, we can write x equals this, b squared minus 4ac whole over 2a. Okay, equals. Now b is -27. So writing it like this using brackets, -27 whole square minus 4 times 16 times minus 10. This is what we get. C is minus 10, twice of 16 in the denominator. We have 27 plus minus. Now, what is 27 square? It is 729. And what we get on the right? We get plus 4 times 16, that is 64. So we get 640 over here divided by 32. Now, you can easily see over here that what we are having, we are actually having bigger values in the root. We are getting 729 plus 640. That means we need to find the square root over here, and square root of 729 plus 640, that is 1369. So we are having 27 plus minus 1369 whole divided with, it was 32, right? So now we need to find the square root of 1369, and that is 37. I have kept my calculations aside, right? Okay. Now when we are talking about finding the square root, I'm sure many children keeps on forgetting how to find the square root by long division. Although over here it is a perfect square, so you can do prime factorization method, but do practice long division. You will need that in this year. Okay. So we have 27 plus 37 over 32 and 27 minus 37 divided with 32. Okay. What do we get? 64 over 32 and minus 10 over 32. This is what we are having. The first value is 2 and upon reducing the second one, that is minus 5 by 16. So our x having two roots, that is 2 and minus 5 by 16. Now let's move on to the next question. Okay, this question is different. Why? Because over here we do not have numbers in the standard form. We have got variables. We have a square x square minus 3abx plus 2b square equals 0. Though the question is already given in the standard form only, x square, x and constant, right? But we are still not going to apply splitting. I suggest whenever we have got questions with respect to variables in quadratic equations, I will recommend always to apply quadratic formula. That gives you the clarity without much of a thinking. Okay, let's see how to do that. First, writing the quadratic formula. No matter how many times we apply it, we have to write it. Writing the formula has its own marks in the steps. Okay, now minus b. So instead of minus, we will have minus 3ab. That was the second coefficient, right? In b square, we have minus 3ab. It will be whole square over here. Minus 4 times a square and then 2b square. Whole over 2 times a square. Substituted everything in the quadratic formula. Now what do we get? We get 3ab outside plus minus. In the root, we are having 9a square b square because it was minus 3ab whole square. So square each and every term and it gave me 9a square b square. Now minus, what do we have? 4 times 2, that is 8a square b square over 2a square. What are we left in the root? Just a square b square, because 9a square b square minus 8a square b square gave us a square b square, and now 3ab plus minus ab. When you do the square root of a square b square, we are just left with ab whole divided by 2a, right? Now we get two options over here, 3ab plus ab divided by 2a and 3ab minus ab divided by 2a, right? So we are having 4ab divided by 2a and 2ab divided by 2a. So now the final answer, x equals 2b and b. These are the two values of x we have got over here. Let's quickly revisit this question. The question was in the terms of variables a square x square minus 3abx plus 2b square. I directly applied quadratic formula without thinking about it because whenever we have variables, quadratic formula is very convenient. Okay. So substituted everything and at the end we found our roots over here. Okay. Now moving on with the seventh question over here. We have 16x minus 1 equals 15 over x plus 1. So what do? We will take up the LCM first on the left side and then after that we will cross multiply. So we have 16 minus x whole divided by x equals 15 over x plus 1. Now at this stage I will cross multiply 16 minus x with x plus 1 and 15 with x. So starting with it, 16 minus x into x plus 1, and on the other hand side, we will just have 15x. Okay. Now, multiplying the two brackets gives me 16x minus x square minus x. Just a second. Sorry. It is going to be, 16x plus 16 minus x square minus x equals 15x. The statement that I deleted, actually, I could have continued, but I am in the habit of the way of solving, so I was more comfortable with it. Okay. Now, what are we left with? Minus x square plus 15x plus 16 equals 15x. It is such an easy question. Why? Just see. What are we having over here? We are actually getting positive 15x on both the sides. I'm cancelling it out, right? What are we left? We are just left with minus x square plus 16 equals 0. Now, when you have such a quadratic form, though it is not a standard form, but still it is a quadratic equation, right? So it becomes just a 2 steps question how to solve it. What are we having? We are having x square equals 16 because I took x square on the other side. So we are having x square equals to 16. Now, in order to solve for x, I'll do square root of 16. So what are going to be your answer? Just quickly think in your mind. It is plus and minus 4. Do not forget, when you are doing it in such a way, you have to explore both the options after the square root, plus and minus. And hence, x is having two values, 4 and minus 4. Okay. So it was a pretty easy question, pretty small question. Now, the next one. What do we have over here? We have x square minus root 3 plus 1x plus 3 root 3 equals 0. Okay. So we'll start with the question now. We can apply splitting over here. I understand that many times children get scared when you have roots. They are not comfortable by splitting. I have attached the links where I have explained how to do splitting comfortably with the roots also. Do watch the videos and practice questions accordingly. Okay, so just see over here what are we doing. It was 1 over here. We were just having the product as root 3, right? Now, if I do 1 into root 3, I get root 3. And when I do 1 plus root 3, I am getting the middle term over here. So I'm just going to split that. X square minus root 3x minus x plus root 3 equals 0. This is what we are getting. Now, you just need to group, nothing more. It's very easy. We'll take out x, left with x minus root 3, minus 1 outside, left with x minus root 3 equals 0. So what we are having? X minus 1 and x minus root 3. When I was collecting the questions for this video, I had picked up this question intentionally because of the roots. Do practice lot many questions where you have roots in the question, because one question or the other will definitely appear in your sum exam during the whole year, and it is advised that you apply splitting. It is going to be short method and you will save the time. Okay, so what we have, x equals 1 and root 3. That's all. Simple. See, just 3 steps and we are done. Now let's start with the next question, which is root 2x square plus 7x plus 5 root 2 equals 0. I had picked this question also intentionally. In the previous question, we had roots in the middle term. Over here, we have roots in the first and the last term. I will be applying splitting only. I don't prefer quadratic formula for such kind of easy questions. So what are we going to do? It is going to be, we need to multiply a with c, right? That means root 2 into 5 root 2. So what do we get? Root 2 into 5 root 2. This gives us 5 into 2, that is 10. That means I need to have factors of 10 such that I get 7, which is 2 and 5 only, right? So let's apply that. We have root 2x square plus 2x plus 7x plus 5 root 2 equals 0. Okay, now grouping. What are we having common in the first row? Many of you will say over here that we have x common, but no, it is not x. We have got, sorry, I have written it wrong over here. It had to be 5x, right? So now we're grouping. Okay, now in the first group, what do we have common? We have root 2x. If you multiply root 2 into root 2, you get 2, right? That means the second 2x can be considered as a product of root 2 into root 2x. So when I take that out, I am left with x plus root 2, right? And after that, we have 5x plus 5 root 2. So over here, it is very clear, 5 being a common factor, leaves us with x plus root 2. Now, the final step, root 2x plus 5 as our first factor, the second being x plus root 2. Now the final answer now, values of x are roots. X equals minus 5 by root 2 and minus root 2. In the 8th question and the 9th question over here, I had picked up root equations involving roots, right? And I applied splitting intentionally. Do practice these questions. They are highly important. You will see definitely in your school worksheets and somewhere or the other in your exams. Okay. Now, moving on with the 10th question. What do we have over here? We have 3 times a big kind of an expression which is scary. 3x minus 1 over 2x plus 3 and x square outside minus 2 times 2x plus 3 over 3x minus 1 equals 5. This is quite a big portion which looks scary when you are doing it for the very first time. However, there is such a good trick to handle such portions. A bit longer, but yes, they are very easy to do. How? If you see over here, the brackets expressions, they are same, just the reciprocals of each other. So what we have? The first one says 3x minus 1 upon 2x plus 3. Whereas the other one, 2x plus 3 goes on top and 3x minus 1 comes in bottom. So what we will do over here, we are going to take let 3x minus 1 over 2x plus 3 equals y. I'm taking y. You can take k, p, whichever variable you want, you can do that, except x. Okay. Now, if 3x minus 1 over 2x plus 3 is a, just a second. Okay, my bad. It shouldn't be x square over here. Okay, that was the only mistake. Right. I was saying that we can take 3x minus 1 over 2x plus 3 equals to y or any other variable. Instead, just not take x because it is already being used. So now what we have? We get 3 times y minus 2 times. Now, what is going to be in place of 2x plus 3 over 3x minus 1? It is just a reciprocal of the previous, right? So if it is a reciprocal of the previous, it is going to be a reciprocal of y also. And hence, 2 times 1 by y equals 5. See what we have reduced the whole bigger portion to. It is just 3y minus 2 over y equals 5. So now at this stage, I will take the LCM. And that gives me 3y square minus 2 whole over y equals 5. Now simplifying 3y square minus 2 equals 5y. Bringing it into standard form. See, I'm writing x. So used to of writing x. 3y square minus 5y minus 2 equals 0. So we got the equation into the standard form, right? Now, I'll do the splitting. 3y square minus 6y plus y minus 2 equals 0. So what do we get? We get 3y outside, y minus 2 plus 1, y minus 2 equals 0. Right? After grouping, we are getting this. So now we have 3y plus 1 into y minus 2 equals 0. Right? The final value of y, which is minus 1 by 3 and 2. Does the question end over here? No, because the question was involving x. And what we have found is y. Y is our interim variable. It's just a variable that we have used for our own convenience. Okay, now we need to find x eventually. And after this, there are going to be two cases because the expression which we had started was 3x minus 1 over 2x plus 3, right? So that means now 3x minus 1 over 2x plus 3 equals minus 1 by 3. And 3x minus 1 over 2x plus 3 equals 2. So this is how we have formulated two cases over here, because obviously we need to pick both the values of y and equate with the expression which we had assumed in the beginning, right? So solving it now, cross multiplying gives me 9x minus 3 equals minus 2x minus 3. Okay, 9x plus 2x equals 3 and 3 got cancelled, 0. 11x equals 0. That means x is 0. Okay, now and again cross multiplying over here, 3x minus 1 equals 4x plus 6. Now minus x equals 7. That means x equals minus 7. So see, we have got two values of x. One is 0 and the other as minus 7. I said initially while doing this question a bit longer, but after doing, I think it was almost at the par with some other questions that we have done today. How we did it? We just took the bigger expression as y and then used its reciprocal to form a quadratic equation. You will find variety of questions, such kind of questions, and all these are supposed to be done in the similar manner. You will take another variable instead of the whole expression, do the reciprocal, form a standard form, and then factorize or quadratic formula. Okay. Now, the last question for the day. It is a bigger one and they have also appeared in boards. It's a past year question. Okay. Now, the question says x plus 1 over x minus 1 plus x minus 2 over x plus 2 equals 4 minus 2x plus 3 over x minus 2. Okay. In the previous question, we had applied a trick and it became easy. But unfortunately, there is no trick involving this question. You have to do the hard work over here. You have to solve it and let's start. Okay. So cross multiplying, taking the LCM, x plus 1 into x plus 2, x minus 1 into x minus 2. It gives us x plus 1 into x plus 2. Whereas we cannot write the product directly at this stage. So I'm writing this step. It is necessary. In denominator, we will have the product of x minus 1 and x plus 2. On the right side, I will take the LCM over here also. 4 times x minus 2 minus 2x plus 3 equals, over x minus 2. Guys, see how I'm using brackets. I have an experience where I have seen students miser in using the brackets. Please do not be miser, especially when the middle operation is minus, because you will definitely end up losing marks over there, not just because you are not using bracket, because you will be doing mistakes. when there is a minus, you have to change the sign. And without brackets, you do not change it. Okay. So now we will open up the brackets. Do it carefully. These kind of questions do involve patience. X square plus 2x plus x, that is 3x plus 2. Then x square minus x minus 2x, that is minus 3x minus 2 into minus 1 plus 2 over x square. What do we get? 2x minus x, that is plus x, and minus 1 into 2 minus 2 equals 4x minus 8 minus 2x plus 3. Since I'm not simplifying in this step, I have still continued with the brackets. Now, over here we can see that 3x and 3x can get cancelled. So, let's get rid of them. Further, we will add up the like terms. So, x square plus x square gives us 2x square, 2 plus 2, 4 over x square plus x minus 2 equals 4x minus 8 minus 2x minus 3 over x minus 2. Now, again, left hand side is already simplified. So I'm just writing that as it is because right side still needs a bit of simplification before we do cross multiply. 4x minus 2x is 2x. Minus 8 minus 11, sorry, minus 8 minus 3 is minus 11 over x minus 2. Now at this stage, we will cross multiply. Okay. Okay. So now we need to cross multiply. So let's continue with that. We have 2x square plus 4 into, we have x minus 2 equals 2x minus 11 times with x square plus x minus 2. This is what we have. Let's verify once. 2x square plus 4x minus 2. Yeah. Okay. Now, what we need to do, we need to expand over here. Okay. Expansion. So, we will expand term by term now carefully. We have 2x cube minus 4x square plus 4x minus 8 equals 2x cube plus 2x square minus 4x minus 11x square minus 11x plus 22. This is a very crucial step because generally many students commit mistakes while expanding so many terms together. Okay. And what we can see, we can get rid of 2x cube and that makes it actually quadratic. There should not be any cubic term, right? So cancelling out 2x cube. Now we will collect all the like terms together and quickly reduce it into the standard form. So we have minus 4x square minus 2x square plus 11x square plus 4x plus 4x plus 11x minus 8 minus 22 equals 0. Okay. So that gives me minus 4 minus 2 is minus 6. 11 minus 6 is 5. 5x square. Then 4 plus 4, 8. 8 plus 11 is 19x. And the last minus 30 equals 0. Okay. Again, you have both the options over here. Either you apply splitting or quadratic formula. I am going to apply quadratic formula over here. So using quadratic formula, x equals plus minus, minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac whole over 2a. Right? So what do we get? Substituting the values, minus 19 plus minus 19 square minus 4 times 5 times minus 30. We are having 2a. So 2 times 5. Okay. Let's simplify it further. We get minus 19 plus minus square of 19 is 361. And after that, we had 4 into 5, that is 20. 20 into 30 is 600. So we get plus 600 over here. Divided by, it was 2 times 5, that is 10. We are having minus 19 plus minus, what we get is 961 over 10. Now, what is the square root of 961? You should remember, you should learn the squares up till 30 minimum. Okay, you don't need a explicit effort for that, but try to memorize whenever you encounter such values. That is going to be handy and it will save your time. Square root of 961 is actually 29. Okay, so minus 19 plus minus 29 over 10. Now the last step, x equals minus 19 plus 29 over 10 and minus 19 minus 29 over 10. This gives us just 961 is it is square root of 29 is actually not 29 but 31 over 10. Okay, it is 31. So we have minus 19 plus 31 over 10 and minus 19 minus 31 over 10. Right? So what we get is 12 over 10 and what we have over here? Minus 50 over 10. Right? That means the values of x we are having is, I'm writing it over here, x equals 6 over 5 and minus 5. It was the longest portion of the video and I had kept it in the last because see, there were too many things over here. Simplification was vast over here. We had to do a lot of multiplications, expansions before reducing it into the standard form. And after in the standard form, we just applied the quadratic formula and solve for x. So now in a nutshell for the whole lesson, we solved 11 different questions of quadratics. We learned when to apply splitting, when to use quadratic, and I want you to guys pause after each question, practice it on your own, and then continue watching till the end. And after watching it, do pick up questions from different books and practice it. Okay, happy learning.